Tonight, Governor Fubara urged and committed to executing the best challenges. Says economic reform, welfare expansion in 63rd in its labor at nationwide strike. Plus, Serap sues 36 states governors over failure to account for 72 billion naira subsidy. You could my dear peace, greater master RSTV at Facebook channel. You can notification on our state has a changes best better child organize 6 cents was that
the celebration of the last lap of the 63rd independence of the denominational church service are held at St. Paul's Anglican Church Cathedral at Garrison. After a few guests moved to Government Hospital, and of was in took the salute also. The governor told Nigerians to stop being pessimistic and negative about Nigeria. The beauty of how well Nigerians have been kept together as one united and indivisible people. Governor Fubara enjoined the leaders and together to sustainable human security and access to life, including quality education, healthcare, food, decent housing, and social security, amongst others. He assured that his administration is articulating a long-term strategic development plan for the state, accelerate development and improve the living standard of everybody.
The independence anniversary provides another opportunity for us as a nation to honor our founders for the independence they struggled to accomplish and also reflect on the progress we have made as a country since then. Worthy of note is our evolving democracy, which we have enjoyed for the last 24 years, despite the imperfection in our electoral, legal, and judicial system.
In a sermon, Bishop of Niger Delta North, Wisdom Inwuwo, said Nigeria at 63rd of its independence is still far from being the desired country sought after, and it was time for Nigerians to return from just being godly to serving God wholeheartedly. Tamuno Barabi Iblubo, RSTV News.
And reform of pave the way for us future. In his address in Nigeria's 63rd independence anniversary, the president reflected a comprehensive approach to address Nigeria's economic challenges, social welfare needs, and national security concerns. President Tinubu announced measures to ease economic burdens, such as a provisional wage increment for low-grade workers and the introduction of cheaper compressed natural gas (CNG) buses to reduce transport costs. President Tinubu emphasized the importance of national security and rebuilding the capabilities of security forces while promoting fair and inclusive appointments in government roles. President of the Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has extended his congratulations to Nigerians on the occasion of the country's 63rd independence anniversary. In a statement issued by his special advisor, Akpabio acknowledged the challenges currently facing the nation, but also highlighted the significant achievements and milestones attained over the past 63 years. He emphasized the unique struggles that each country must navigate on its path to progress and noted that Nigeria is on the right track towards rediscovery, while also expressing confidence in Nigerians' trajectory and its growing influence in various fields, including business, politics, sports, and the arts. A 73-man Central Working Committee has been inaugurated to oversee the burial of the late monarch of Kalabari Kingdom, His Majesty King Professor Jacob Tam Princewill Amakri the 11th, Amayanabo and natural ruler of Kalabari Kingdom, with a charge to members of the various committees to work in synergy of a smooth and befitting burial ceremony. The regent of Kalabari Kingdom, Alabo Charles Princewill, gave the charge at City, headquarters of Asa Territorial Local Government. Melvin Jackson tells us.
In his remarks, Regent of Kalabari Kingdom, Alaba Princewill, said the urgency of the hour calls for leaders of wise judgment and sound integrity, not in love with money, but in love with justice, and also not in love with publicity, but in love with humanity. The Regent opined that the hour calls for leaders who can subject their egos to the greatness of the cause of coordinating a befitting burial in honor of the departed king. Dr. Princewill enjoined members of the Central Working Committee to be proactive in the discharge of their duties and added that the capability to influence, inspire, and activate others to pursue a common goal while maintaining commitment, momentum, confidence, and courage in their assignment makes good leaders.
We are indeed fortunate to be called upon by nature to this one important assignment for the Kalabari Kingdom. We may not be the best, but our best we must do. Having been called to duty as true sons and daughters of this great kingdom, I do sincerely believe that we can do it. I believe also that we can do it.
In his acceptance speech, co-chairman of the 73-man Central Working Committee, Chief David Briggs, thanked the regents and Kalabari Kingdom for appointing them and pledged their commitment to achieving the set feat and assured that the confidence reposed in them will not be let down. Chief Briggs noted that the task is demanding and calls for synergy and cooperation from all committees and subcommittee members, so he urged them to put in their best to make the burial of the late monarch a success.
To come up with a blueprint hereafter that one will set a standard not just for burial, but a standard of doing things for subsequent activities, and more so to subsequently ensure that the foundation is laid for the unity of the Kalabari people, both politically, religiously, and above all culturally.
Chairman of the Central Working Committee and Chief Mourner, Prince Tony Princewell, extolled the regent for his doggedness and pragmatic style to frontier the committee to be saddled with the burial responsibilities.
The king laid a lot of foundations. If you listen to the speeches, you'll hear some of the foundations he laid. Those foundations are the pillars on which Kalabari unity can be built. And so we expect that future monarch that comes in will build on those foundations that he has laid. He made a lot of concessions. For those that don't know the history of Kalabari, Kalabari has all been about bringing people together. And so that process of bringing people together, I'm happy that in his death, that legacy continues to live, and we expect that the next monarch will also pursue that same path.
In their goodwill messages, the Bugma Divisional Police Officer Surajo Adamu Baita, chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria Kan River State Branch, Archbishop Dokiberia Kaladokbo, and others promised to support the committee to ensure that peace and tranquility will be sustained. Melvin Jackson, RSTV News.
Time to pay some bills, but just before we do that, do you love and care about River State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a accomplish. You can watch RSTV News live on YouTube at RSTV Online and TV channel 20. You can click for updates, feeds. 30 Spain national crew at details just a moment.
Attention broadcasters, independent producers and content streamers. This is your chance to buy or sell quality content. At Africast 2023, the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) will be launching the very first ever Nigerian TV and film content hub. Join us from the 24th to the 26th of October at the Marriott Hotel Ikeja, Lagos, and be part of a game-changing experience. Content Hub is your destination for content acquisitions, aggregation, licensing, and distribution of both local and international programs across for broadcasters in Nigeria. For more inquiries, visit www.africast.com.ng. Content Hub, your easy and affordable access to quality and affordable content. Don't miss out. The Africast Content Hub, brought to you by the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, in collaboration with NIFS.
On behalf of the Emere Obo Osaro Ngofa family, His Royal Highness Chief Moses Wosu Osaro Ngofa, the Great Ngofa community, and the Opara Gogo Okolo Ebe family, all in Aleto Eleme in Rivers State, we announce with gratitude to God the passing of our husband, father, grandfather, great-grandfather, and legend, Emere Obo Osaro Ngofa, the One Eta Aleto the 15th, who departed this world on August 30, 2023. The burial arrangements will be announced at a later date after due consultation signed. Dr. Wosu Osaro Ngofa, announcer for the Emere Obo Osaro Ngofa family.
This is RSTV World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. RSTV Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back. was a moment as founders joined the different Equerry of Assemblies of God, Vitalis John, and 67, 48, 40, the venture witness number
the Okorafor, who spoke on the topic, two simple sentences. I am sorry, stop to this of sentence or to station and sentences in his 41 years of marriage is recorded.
I am sorry. People will go to hell not because they committed sin, but because they committed sin and they found opportunity, they refuse to say, I am sorry. You saw opportunity. You had it in your heart. You refuse to say, I am sorry.
Some guests and Reverend John, who has God many more years and fruitfulness.
I'm preacher of the gospel. He's a great preacher of the gospel. He's a man of God with passion, with zeal, with burden for the work.
The number of years he had put in place in serving God, it has been very, very productive. The good Lord, we continue to bless him and favor him and give him more success both in the ministry and family in Jesus' name.
Man of God, by calling, the man that has shown us lots of example on how to build our home, how to pastor our churches, and then how to live as a child of God and make heaven.
The celebrant, his wife, said they are thanking God for his grace, promise not to relent, but continue to serve him with all sincerity. Vice should for appreciation with
God and have kept. This is my 48 and all of it is to say me heals through on and to where
we be praise hope allow so thank you want to do in the
witness including thinking
God's and on bank Godwin Emefiele was reported to have entered into a plea bargain with the federal government on the condition of surrendering 50 billion naira to facilitate his early release from the custody of the Department of the State of Service. The plea bargain was also said to be aimed at cancelling the trial of the former CBN governor on a series of charges comprising money laundering, breach of the Public Procurement Act, and abuse of office. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi, however, said that there was no iota of truth in the plea bargain deal. Fagbemi stated that neither his office nor the president the federal industrial action planned by the unions. A scheduled meeting at the villa on Friday was cancelled when the unions failed to show up. The Nigerian Labour Union (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) have declared Tuesday to begin an indefinite strike over the issue of fuel subsidy removal palliatives. Reports have it that causes of a strike in Nigeria have been linked to when employees perceived that they were not being treated fairly with respect to pay and condition of service. In response to the labor demands, President Bola Tinubu on Sunday announced a wage increment for workers in the country, as well as a deployment of compressed natural gas buses to ease costs of transportation. The president said in a broadcast that government was committed to relieving the hardship faced by Nigerians, adding that various measures had been taken by all tiers of government to mitigate them. The meeting held at the Chief of Staff's conference room at the Villa resolution by Nigerians in which from and many employees of Mohammed is national as territory in as Wike also announced intentions to introduce alternative transportation solutions before enforcing a ban on commercial motorcycle operators operating in the city center. The minister made these statements during a press briefing on Saturday after inspecting various ongoing road projects across the nation's capital. He emphasized his administration's commitment to constructing a capital city that all Nigerians can take pride in. Election Kefas of the People's Democratic Party is the validly elected governor of Taraba State. The three-man panel of justices of the tribunal said the petition of the new Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) and its candidate Yahya Sani challenging the election of Kefas lacks merit and consequently dismissed it. The NNPP and its candidate had instituted a case against the victory of PDP and its candidate Governor Kefas in the March 18 governorship election on the ground of corrupt practices non-compliant to the Electoral Act of 2022, overvoting, mutilation of result sheets, and alleged violence in polling units. However, the court ruled that the petitioner, who is claiming to have scored the majority of lawful votes cast is inconsistent, as he is also asking that it take later pursue state over the for the 70 government the benefit provide this one three idea is an order of mandamus to direct and compel each of the 36 state governors to account for the spending of the 2 billion naira palliative collected by the governors from the federal government. No date has been fixed for the hearing of the suit. The federal government recently disbursed the 2 billion naira out of the 5 billion naira palliative package to each state of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory FCT to address the impact of the removal of fuel subsidy. Now, 20 people have been burned after a on early at Long in Warri, North Local Government area of Delta State. It was gathered that a spark from a faulty vehicle led to an explosion with 20 people killed, and that those who died included a pregnant woman, children, and some elderly persons. An eyewitness, Yusuf, said after the tanker fell, with its content gushing out, some people in the community came out to scoop fuel. Yusuf said he and others were trying to prevent them from scooping fuel, but said the youths threatened to beat them up. At least out club at area at ground 0600 local time. 4 people are being treated in hospital. The local to for the people premise time. They have warned the number of victims still could rise. It is not clear what caused the fire, which broke out when the club was still busy. More time for the submission of effective studies and projects. Sakar Al-Jibani, head of the preparatory committee of the International Conference for the Reconstruction of Dana, said it has been decided to put off the conference until Wednesday and Thursday, the 1st to 2nd of November, which will be held in the cities of Dana and Benghazi. On Sunday, it said more time was needed to properly prepare plans for the reconstruction project. Originally planned 10 October, the conference was met with international skepticism. Nearly 4,000 people died in the coastal city when 2 dams collapsed during a heavy storm in mid-September, washing entire neighborhoods into. Now, away as the side remain unbeaten and throughout. Saka and Martin Odegaard made it 2-0 from the penalty spot in the first half. Then Kai Havertz also converted a spot kick, and Ben White scored later on as the goal could have been 7 or 8. Atlanta now picked up 17 points from a possible 21 to start the season, as they've won 5 of their 7 games. Arsenal eased to a 4-0, but Mikel remained beaten and oozed the class throughout. Bukayo Saka headed home. It is also as 7 picked up from a point. The It's my book to subscribe and corrupt feed. State needed by president economic function independence about labor nation account as RSTV